Hey, you guys, let's continue this series of the elementals in love, in relationship. So last week we did fire and it was all passion and enthusiasm and like a go get it sort of energetic, right? Now we're slowing down the pace with looking at the earth signs in love, the earth element in love. So we have our three earth signs. We have Taurus, we have Virgo, and we have Capricorn. We'll start with Taurus, our very first earth sign. This is probably, in my opinion, the most sensual earth sign that we have. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So now we have a Venusian sort of essence that comes into relationship. And how Taurus does relationship, they like to experience it through the five senses. Taurus is here to really experience and live life through the experience of the physical body, of the physical form. So they are very sensual within relationship. If they could have good sex and eat a good meal, they're happy to go. Like, don't get in the way of their snacks or their nap time, and you will be their favorite person in the world. There's something to be said for slowing down and enjoying the moment within relationships for them. They are here to really hold on to something. So there can be a shadow side of this, would be a possessiveness that comes in with Taurus, a claiming of another person. So let's look at that shadow side for a minute. With Taurus, there is a concern for safety and security and possession, like material possession. So within that could come in insecurity. So they need to know that you are theirs, that they can claim you. They need to feel secure in the relationship. That's a really big one. So they need a partner who is also dependable, also loyal, because that's really how they show up. That's how they show up for their partners. Really big on loyalty, but also very big on what is predictable and what is planned and what is sustainable with a Taurus. Do not surprise a Taurus. They're not going to like that. They want to know what to expect. They want to know who you are. So because they're ruled by Venus, there is a love for nice things and aesthetics and beauty. They love to have somebody beautiful on their arm or somebody that they're proud of. And these are our fixed earth sign, right? Taurus is our fixed earth sign. So there is a stubbornness that comes in. There is an unbudging sort of quality. They know what they want, they know what they like, and it's hard to show them otherwise or to steer them away from that, okay? Because they're so predictable. They're predictable and, they don't want to be blindsided. They don't want to be surprised or shocked by you. An Aries can go along with that. An Aquarius would love that. But a Taurus, that's one of their biggest fears. They want to know what to expect. These are also the ones, because they're of the fixed mode, they're the ones that can get stuck in relationship or stick around in relationship for much longer than they should. Once it's long been expired, they're still there. They have that stuck feeling too. But they want somebody who they can build something sustainable with. They want that foundational piece. They want the loyalty. They want something solid to stand on, somebody to come home to and cook the meal with and cuddle with and lay on the couch with and watch the movie with. And, those simple creature comforts, very important to Taurus. And they move slowly. They move very slowly in relationship. They're in no rush. Now we have Virgo, who's in a little bit more of a rush. So Virgo, there is a busyness and almost like a nervous, frenetic sort of energy that comes in with Virgo. So this is our mutable earth sign now. Virgo in love and in partnership is going to be the most devoted partner. They will have analyzed you, they will have categorized you, they will have studied you before moving into relationship. And if you are in a relationship with a Virgo, congratulations, because most likely you have passed some sort of test that you didn't know you were taking, but that they passed you in. There is an essence of looking for perfection or an idealism that comes in with Virgo in love and in relationship. They're looking for the perfect relationship. And if you think about Virgo, it's the symbol of the virgin, the divine. There's purity there. So when they find a partner that they feel like has that sort of perfect purity or divinity, there's a tendency to put partners up on a pedestal too. Um, which can be a little bit scary because we don't necessarily want to be put up on pedestals. And because of that, there's also this this quality of then experiencing disappointment when Virgo's partner doesn't meet their standards or doesn't meet their idea of perfection or the idealization that they put them around, right? So I'm not saying that Virgo needs to lower their standards, but they need to just come more into the reality of humans. And humans came in to be messy, and humans came in to make mistakes, right? But they're going to be completely devoted, very dependable. They want to serve you. So within relationship, they show up as the ones who are in service, the ones who say, what can I do for you? How can I serve you? Give me a to-do list. I would happily do it. Let me run to the grocery store for you. Let me run some errands for you. What needs fixing in your life? And that is a big way of how they show their love, show their affection. They can try to fix you in a sense to kind of mold you more to their idea of who you should be. That would be a shadow side of this. Another shadow side is they're very critical. They're critical of themselves, and then that also translates out into partnership and relationship. They will give and give and give and do and do and do. Remember to say thank you to your Virgo if you're in partnership with them, because they will be doing so much for you. And after a while, they can get a little bit pouty or a little bit grumpy, although they'll never admit it, if there isn't that recognition, if there isn't that thank you, that praise, just every once in a while, because they're doing so much, they need that too, that recognition, right? So one of the sweetest signs to be in relationship, because they show up and they're loyal and they're steadfast, they're earthy, they're practical, they're grounded, and they're here to serve. And they want to do things for you and just love you up in that way. Now let's move over to our Capricorn earth sign. So Capricorn in partnership and relationship. Now we have our cardinal earth sign. And so there is a tendency to want to be the boss within relationship, to want to be the leader. They are very traditional. They tend to be very traditional in relationship. They kind of follow the relationship rule book or how partnership has been done always. They're very serious in relationship. There is staying power and longevity with a Capricorn. They do not take relationships lightly. They're not the ones who are going out and having one night stands and weekend flings. Neither is Virgo. Taurus might every once in a while, but Capricorn certainly is not. They look for loyalty, a steadfastness, longevity, and like a long-term solid relationship. They are going to have done their research on you. They are going to have kind of inspected you, make sure that you're up to their standards. Capricorn does have very high standards. It is the sign of luxury and what money can buy. And I say that with love because Capricorn just likes the finer things in life. They really do. There is an appreciation for those finer things in life. So, and Capricorn is also this sign of how the outside world sees us, our status, our title. So relationship is important to them in the way of, you know, when I go out in public, when I step out of my front door, who do I have on my arm? Who am I with? Right? There's an appreciation for that sort of high quality sort of partner, whatever high quality means to the particular Capricorn, but they really look for that. They're going to be very reliable. There needs to be a purpose within the relationships. Everything a Capricorn does, there has to be purpose behind it. So even in their relationships, has to be very purposeful. They're here to work on the relationship, right? They want to take care of you, but they also expect this loyalty back in return. They're really big on respect. So if you show them respect, if you show them adoration, if you show them that you're very respectful of them, they take that to heart. They love that. Another thing with Capricorn is they are not going to, they they probably won't be the sign that's going to write you love letters and bring you flowers and chocolate. That's more Leo. Capricorn is going to show their love by mowing your lawn or going to the grocery store for you, or those practical things, right? Buying you a new car. That would be very Capricorn. It's like showing their love through the practical and the logical and something that is going to be sustained, right? Flowers die, chocolate's going to get eaten. But if you run these errands and you do these practical things for a loved one, that is a stamp of, hey, I'm showing up for you and I love you. So all of the earth signs, they can be very sensual within relationships, especially Taurus, but Capricorn too. They're earthy, they're practical, they're structured, but the earth signs came in to experience the physical body, the physical form, what it's like to be in this physical body. So along comes that with physical pleasure. So they can be very sensual, they can be very intimate, but they're going to move into it slowly, and they're going to have to trust you before then, and they're going to have to know that you are as solid as they are and they can depend on you and that you show up with loyalty in return. So those are our earth signs in love, and next week I'll come back in with, who shall we do next? The air signs in love. Stay tuned.